three important parts under chapter 9. So dalam chapter 9 ni ada 3 benda lah yang kita akan fokus. One is business ethics. Pernah dengar ya, etika. It's not only in business, tapi sebenarnya ethics is important in many things. Okay, dalam dunia bisnes kena ada etika, dalam dunia pekerjaan kena ada etika, dalam dunia sebagai pelajar you need to have an ethics. Okay, how about kalau kita tak ada ethics? If we are not practicing a good ethics in our life, what will happen? Okay, so ethics is one of the most important thing, because ethics is not only reflect our attitude, ethics only reflect our mindset, ethics also reflects our image. Okay, in business, image is very important. What people think about your organization, what people think about you is one of the most important thing, because your business will derive from your image. Okay, and another part we will have a look into social responsibility. Kalau before this you selalu dengar orang cakap CSR, corporate social responsibility. So that is kita akan cover under chapter 9. Okay, corporate social responsibility, and also we have environmental sustainability. Because organization and business not having only responsibility towards their employees, responsibilities toward their stakeholder, responsibility toward the human, the customers, but also they must have a responsibility towards environment. Okay, so macam mana you nak jaga green environment? Sekarang ni kita famous green environment. Okay, mana-mana kita dengar green environment. So kalau company tu memanglah you untung you berjuta, tapi you punya toxic everything semua tu, sisa-sisa semua tu you buang dekat sungai. So what will happen? So kita akan tengok dekat situ. Okay, next slide. This is the summary. Now, okay, I'll take this one from your textbook. Okay, so yang textbook online saya bagi tu, so you can always refer to that textbook. Okay, textbook tu lebih terperinci dan lebih jelas lah. Dia ada banyak, there's a lot of case study. Because in this ethics part, corporate social responsibility, sebenarnya we must always read. Okay, kita kena sentiasa alert dengan general knowledge. Kita kena sentiasa alert dengan latest news. Okay, company ni sekarang buat apa? And now we are in the pandemic, the COVID pandemic. Okay, kita boleh dengar company ni buat apa, company tu buat apa, what happened to the company. Okay, so kalau COVID ni adakah diorang bagi derma dan sebagainya. So from that kita akan brushing our knowledge. Okay, you can ingat somehow, just a sharing session, somehow during your interview session nanti, you akan nampak that interviewer will ask you question very differently from what you are doing right now. Okay, most of the interviewer dia suka macam tu. Dia akan tanya you general knowledge, dia akan tanya you about ethics, dia akan tanya you about as a good citizen, apa yang kena buat. Dia akan tanya you tentang responsibilities. They will asking you about sustainability. So that's why I said that this chapter is very important for your general knowledge. Okay, jadi dekat sini kita tengok contoh case study dekat sini. Apa-apa nak tanya boleh tanya soalan kat tepi ni ya. So I take one case study, one story from Nestle side. So you tahulah Nestle ni is a very big company. It's a nationwide company. It's a global company. Most of your food or most of your product comes from Nestle without you realize. You tak tahu sebenarnya roti you, oh Nestle. Oh Maggi, kita makan Maggi hari-hari. Oh Nestle. Oh kita makan Nescafe, kita minum Nescafe, we drink Nescafe every day. Oh Nestle produce. So we don't know, you don't realize. Okay, dia kata kat sini Nestle, headquarters dia kat mana? Nestle headquarters in Switzerland ni, yang bukan dekat Malaysia. Walaupun ada kilang Nestle, but headquarters located at Switzerland, is the largest food company in the world measured by revenue. Nestle has hundreds of products that include cereal, coffee, dairy product, pet food, you name it. Ada banyak sangat. Dia focusing on consumer goods. Okay, kalau kita kata consumer good, most of the product adalah from Nestle. Okay, what does it mean? Consumer good, what makes it different? Maksudnya dia bukanlah automotive company. Pernah dengar Nestle keluarkan kereta? Tak pernah kan? Pernah dengar Nestle keluarkan baju? Tak pernah kan? Because of that, kita katakan dia adalah largest food company. Okay, 30 of Nestle brand have annual sale of over 1 billion Swiss francs. Okay, about 1.1 billion dollar. Okay, 30 of Nestle brand. Okay, 30 produk dia, everyone, each of the product, dia punya sale, annual sale more than 1 billion. Can you imagine? Okay, contohnya apa? Nescafe, of course lah, saya lah seorang penyumbang dia. KitKat, of course, I also salah seorang penyumbang dia. Smarties kat Malaysia not very popular kan. Nesquik, Vittel, Maggi lah, saya pun salah seorang penyumbang kekayaan dia lah. Nestle has around 450 factories. Kita juga ada one in Malaysia, in Selangor, Shah Alam tak silap saya. Okay, operates in 86 countries. Malaysia is one of them. Okay, then employ around 328,000 people. Okay, it is one of the main shareholder of L'Oreal. Nampak tak? Okay, even though dia punya processing product is a food product, tapi dia ada juga jadi shareholder for another company just to add on the wealth, untuk menambah kekayaan dia. Dia jadi shareholder. Kiranya shareholder ni, you menyumbang duit kepada syarikat tu, you just waiting for the refund lah, waiting for the profit. That's it. You tak ada kaitan dengan processing ke, production dan sebagainya. Am I going too fast? No kan? Then Nestle, okay, in April 2012, apa yang dia buat? Nestle acquired Pfizer's infant nutrition business for 11.9 billion. Okay, dia dapat kontrak, dia dapat deal, dapat tender untuk Pfizer's infant nutrition business. Infant nutrition ni adalah nutrition for kids. Okay, untuk kanak-kanak. Okay, in May 2013, Nestle began a 500 million expansion of its R&D center in Singapore. Can you see? Nak expand R&D center pun dia invest about 500 million. How big is the Nestle company? Okay, you akan nampak ya, sebenarnya Nestle ni dia menjadi terlalu besar sampai kan, kalau kita pernah belajar the structure of an organization kan, one of that is the divisional structure. Remember? Dalam divisional structure, kilang A dekat sini, kilang B dekat sini. So, happen that in Singapore, they are focusing about the R&D center only. Dia tak ada production. In Malaysia, dia production. However, production about what? Okay, I'm not sure. Tapi saya rasa kat Malaysia ni, saya pernah nampak dia punya signboard air. Air apa saya tak ingat. Maybe we can finalize after this. So, kalau among all the hundreds of Nestle brand tu, maybe only 5 yang produce dekat Malaysia. Okay? Kalau you nampak Maggi produce kat mana? Thailand kan? Saya rasa Thailand. So, kilang kat Thailand focusing Maggi sahaja. So, that is about Nestle. Then dia kata, in order to ensure, paragraph 2, in order to ensure that various standards within the supply chain maintain a certain level, Nestle developed the Nestle Supplier Code. The code set out non-negotiable minimum, highlight kat situ, non-negotiable minimum standard which all employees, subcon and supplier must meet and adhere, mesti ikut to while doing business with Nestle. Okay, so dia ada keluarkan satu set code of conduct. Okay, dalam code of conduct tu dia tak ada kat situ, dia kata non-negotiable. Whether you take it or you leave it. If you want to do business with us, these are among the rules and regulation, the set of conduct that you need to follow. Set of conduct itulah yang kita letak dalam, kita katakan sebagai ethics. Okay, because without having a good set of conduct, without having a good ethics, people will freely to do anything that they want. Okay, salah tu. Okay, next. Okay, we go to business ethics. We look into, saya kata tadi ada 3 ya. We will look into business ethics, we will look into social responsibility, and we will look into environmental sustainability. Okay, the first one is business ethics. By definition, what is business ethics? It is a principle, okay, principle, kita punya jati diri of conduct within organization that guide decision making and also behavior. So with this kind of ethics, with this kind of code of conduct, we will have a very detailed decision making and also guidelines. So we can follow. Okay, apa yang boleh, apa yang tak boleh dan sebagainya. Okay, the documents. Okay, the documents under business ethics kita namakan sebagai code of business ethics. Okay, some of the company might given different name. Okay, dia nak guna nama lain. It can be used. However, secara generalnya dia namanya Code of Business Ethics. It is a document. Okay, it is a document, it is a book, it is a manual, it is a memo that provides behavioral guidelines that cover daily activities and decision within the organization. Okay, the Code of Business Ethics only important to those internally. Dia tak akan kacau orang luar. Okay, because they cannot control outsider. They cannot control stakeholder. However, they can control internal part of their organization. Okay, then under business ethics, there are 7 principles of admirable business ethics. Why we need to have a good business ethic? Why the organization need to create a very brief and relevant business ethics? Okay, kat sini ada 7 lah, 7 principle. However, these are the idea, the general idea from this person. Okay, the businessethic.com ni. Dia tidak, when it is not theory, don't worry, benda tu not supposed to be strict or not supposed to be fixed. Okay, it is just the idea from this person. Okay, number 1. Why we need to have a very good and very relevant business ethics? Be trustworthy. Okay, we want people to trust us. As an organization, when we want to do business, we want our customer, we want our supplier, we want the stakeholder to trust us. Okay, so kita ni bukanlah orang yang, we are not the kind of business that have a very bad reputation, banyak rasuah dan sebagainya. Benda tu semua akan melibatkan image, okay, and juga kepercayaan. Okay, then that's why with a very good business ethic, you can be trustworthy. Okay. Then be open-minded. Be open-minded means that when we are finishing all the processes, when we are finishing our job, we always ask for a feedback. Internally or externally. Okay, staff kita tanya, supplier kita tanya, customer kita tanya, and we must open-minded to receive all the feedback, whether it is good or bad. Okay, then honor all commitment and obligations. Okay, we must honor the commitment, we must honor the obligation, we must follow the rules and procedure given. Do not misrepresent, exaggerate or mislead with any pre-materials. Okay, you already set your code of conduct. When you set your code of conduct, you must obey the rules and regulation that you have printed in the code of conduct. Janganlah you dah print out cantik-cantik tapi you tak ikut, you tak follow. You must represent whatever that have printed in the code of conduct. Be visibly a responsible community citizen. Yes, in order to be a good citizen, in order to be a good human, we must have a good ethics. Okay, etika ni sebenarnya very wide. Ethics very wide. Kalau you makan, you angkat pinggan you, basuh, susun, that represent a good ethics. Macam mana kalau you duduk serumah dengan orang tu tapi housemate you tak ada good ethics, mana beri makan, situlah dia simpan, tak pernah nak basuh pinggan, what other people surround you akan fikir tentang you? Okay, sama juga dengan business. Kalau you tak ada good ethics, what other people surround you akan think about your business, and suddenly your business will drop. Okay, so sebenarnya dia interrelated. Then, utilize your accounting practices to identify and eliminate questionable activities. So, good business ethics juga, before this chapter 7 or chapter 6, I'm not remember, we already discussed about the auditing. Okay, so here good business ethic ni akan membuatkan all the auditing process, all the accounting process run smoothly because you have ethics. You susun all the receipt, all the invoice, all the documents about your financial, semuanya tersusun rapi because you have ethics. Kalau you tak ada ethics, semua tu you sorok, you tak bagi tahu cukai, lari pada cukai, tu tak ada good ethics lah tu. Yeah? Follow the motto. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Maksudnya, kita berbuat baiklah di antara satu sama lain, one with another. Kat situ bawah tu dia tulis, there is no right way to do a wrong thing. However, we can see now in the world of, saya rasa in the world of cash, in the world of money, we can see that most of the organizations, most of the business already decline, already kata omit their ethics. Okay, kalau ethics ni, especially on the marketing part lah, that is my personal opinion. Okay, that is my personal opinion because we focusing on the profit. Okay, so sekarang ni banyak cikgu-cikgu dia ajar, okay, just look at the profit, the way you achieve the profit, we don't care. Kita takkan kisah. Asalkan you punya target is cash, untung. Okay. Macam mana marketing you nak buat? Okay, tak kisahlah buat macam ni, buat macam ni. Bagi orang benci pun tak kisah. Bagi orang annoy pun tak kisah. The things that you rasa tak ethics, you sell something that is not valuable to the citizen, tapi jual harga, Masya Allah. Okay, nampak tak kat situ? Okay, so ethical become an issue lah nowadays. Okay, kita boleh tengok. I am not the right person to discuss about all the ethics. Okay, sebab saya dalam management, tapi saya nampak lah ada misleading dekat bahagian-bahagian lain dalam management tu. Alright, okay, then we go to next slide. Okay, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Yes. Ethics culture. Okay, kenapa? Macam mana? How we want to create an ethics culture in your organization? Macam mana kita nak create supaya all the organizations, all the people, the employees, everything from top to bottom management understand about the ethics. Kadang-kadang top management ni yang syok sendiri cerita bla 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 bla, tapi it will not communicated to the below, to the bottom person, to the bottom management level. Okay, there is one example. Okay, satu contoh, pernah jadi satu case. This is a real case in Malaysia. This factory has been charged, has been summoned. Okay, because dia buang, kiranya dia buang sampah polluted lah. Dia buang sampah, buang sisa toksik semua ke dalam sungai. Okay, because this is unethical lah, because you are not supposed to do that. However, the top management during the pembicaraan, dia kata macam we are not we are not giving any instruction to the staff yang bawah-bawah ni untuk wastage tu dibuang ke sungai. Kami tak bagi arahan. Even we have a code of ethics. Dia tunjuk, okay, kita memang our factory have code of ethics. You are not supposed to do that, to do this. Okay, do you think that the bottom level staff will able to read all the document, the code of ethics kalau you tak suruh? Okay, so takkan ada lah. Okay, so dia kalah perbicaraan because culture tu as an organisation, they supposed as a top management, they supposed to make the culture ataupun communication tu sampai kepada semua orang. So they as a top management also, they need to be responsible. So tak ada istilah tak tahu ataupun tak bagi arahan dan sebagainya. Okay, one said, kat bawah ni dia kata Reverend Billy Graham once said, okay, dia punya, this is the quotation lah when wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. Okay, when character is lost, all is lost. Okay, meaning that if you don't have money but you have health, health is more than money. Okay, kalau you kaya raya tapi terlantar atas katil tak sihat pun, you will find that money is nothing, right? However, okay, kalau health is lost, something is lost, yes. Kalau you dah hilang kesihatan, sakit dan sebagainya, something is lost. But you still have something in you. Okay, ada jati diri tu. However, when your character is lost, your attitude is lost, your ethics is lost, all is lost. Orang yang unethical ni, orang yang tak ada karakter ni sebenarnya memang lost everything. Okay, so that is what Billy Graham said. Sorry. Saya tak sentuh lagi. Okay, ethics training should include okay, when you want to create ethics, code of ethics, code of conduct in your organization, bila you nak create tu, what need to take into consideration? Number one, a message from the CEO. So you need to have, the CEO will have their own preferences. The CEO will have their own mindset. So apa yang CEO tu nak sebenarnya need to take into consideration. The development and discussion of codes and ethics tak boleh syok sendiri. Okay, during the development of code of ethics, it must be discussed throughout the organization with everybody inside the organization. Procedures for discussing and reporting unethical behavior. So in order to report unethical behavior in the organization, the top management must ensure that people can report unethical behavior. Tak boleh tutup mulut, tak boleh pejam mata. Okay? Tapi kalau top management sendiri yang initiate that unethical behavior, macam mana pula, kan? Then again, to align ethical and strategic decision making, okay, to align our ethical and strategic decision making, to make sure that all our strategic decision making is follow the rules and follow the ethical conduct, kita kena buat apa? Incorporate ethical consideration into long-term planning. So we must incorporate all the ethical consideration all the way. Jangan sekerat-sekerat jalan. Setahun buat, setahun tak buat. Cannot. Must be all the way. Incorporate ethical consideration into performance appraisal. Okay, when we put the ethical considerations into performance appraisal, okay, you tahu kan, at the end of year, all the company akan ada performance appraisal to identify whether you are layak ataupun tidak untuk kenaikan pangkat, kenaikan gaji dan sebagainya. This is annually, benda biasa. So when you put the ethical consideration into performance appraisal, the staff will akan nampaklah macam I cannot do something which is unethical. Memang ni lah contoh paling jelas, okay, tipu MC. Right, tipu MC. Meaning that you edit your MC daripada 1 day to 5 days, buang satu, you tambah sikit, okay. Suddenly terkantoi, then that is very unethical. Okay, kat situ dekat dalam tu dah sebut dah kalau menipu MC dan sebagainya, bla 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 bla, it will prohibited you for any increment and any job advancement in the future. So you tahu, you takkan buat lah. Tapi kalau benda tu orang tak tahu, orang akan buat. Okay, sebab dia rasa top management dia tak ambil kisah pun. Okay, so that is incorporate ethical consideration into performance appraisal. Then we have encourage whistleblowing. Okay, what do you understand about whistleblowing? Whistleblowing apa? Whistleblowing. It is a policies that require employees to report unethical conduct or behavior. This is a policies to encourage the employees, okay, secara senyap-senyap to report any unethical behavior around them yang top management tak nampak tapi they all nampak. So itu namanya whistleblowing. Okay, monitor department and corporate performance regarding the issue dan sebagainya. Bribes. Okay, besides that we have bribes, rasuah. Okay, so what is bribe? A gift bestowed to influence a recipient conduct. Okay, I give you money in return of something. So that is bribe. Okay, you nampak? I nak you fokus kat ayat ni. Illegal in many countries, acceptable in others. Okay, bribes ni is illegal from the law, from the rules. Of course, no rasuah, dilarang, tapi dia acceptable. Maksudnya walau dah letak dekat dalam tulis kat situ dah ada wujud macam Malaysia we have SPRM, but people still do it. Why? Okay, so dia illegal but it's acceptable. Yeah. Dan contohnya kat bawah ni nampak Avon product is currently, this is a real case. Avon product is currently being investigated for bribery charges related to their winning first direct sale license awarded by China to a foreign company. So happen that China dia buat satu award. Okay, dia buat satu award. Dia kata, so award tu adalah the best direct sale business to a foreign company. Okay, so dia investigated of dia bribe company yang buat award ceremony tu untuk bagi dekat Avon ni in order for them to increase their image lah. Okay, so even former Avon CEO Andrea Jung is being interrogated through her attorney. Is also being examined for spending millions of dollars in Brazil and France to consultant hired to assist the company with tax bill in those countries. Not only for them bribes, one person bribes the China company to give them award. There is also a case that they spend hundred of million to one consultant to alter their invoice, to alter their receipt, everything for taxing purposes, tax purpose. Okay, nampak tak kat situ? And because of that, you nampak nowadays Avon become slowly down because of this case actually from 2013. From 2013, they are struggling struggling with their image lah because dah terhakis kan. Okay, so that is bribes. Not only bribes, we have a workplace romance. Yes, dear, workplace romance is prohibited in most organizations. Okay, by government, by private, you are not allowed to have a workplace romance. You can flirt, you can have a relationship, okay, within person in the same company, but not in the same location. Okay, maksudnya contohnya ambillah you kerja dengan Nestle kan, okay, but your partners kerja dekat Nestle Malaysia, Nestle dekat Selangor, you kerja dekat Nestle dekat Negeri Sembilan, for example. It can. However, kalau satu location memang dah tulis dekat situ, dekat dalam contract of work, contract worker, bila you sign contract tu sebenarnya one of the agreement dekat situ, one of the clauses dah sebut no workplace romance. If not, if found so, you boleh dibuang kerja ataupun salah ditukarkan kerja ataupun mana-mana satulah yang berkaitan. That is for colleagues kalau you ada satu level punya workplace romance. How about you flirt dengan you punya boss pula? Okay, so kalau macam tu macam mana? Berhentilah kan nak kahwin dengan bos kan? Tak adalah. So you kena tahu bahawa workplace romance tak boleh ya, jangan nanti buat. Kalau dah memang jodoh, pandai-pandailah you plan sendiri macam mana. Okay, so nothing here. Okay, then we go to the social responsibility. Okay, we go to social responsibility. CSR lah, corporate social responsibility. It is an action An organization takes beyond what is legally required to protect or enhance the well-being of living things. Okay, dia buat something kemanusiaan lah. Okay, projek-projek kemanusiaan to the society, to the environment dan sebagainya. Kat sini dia kata Fortune annually lists the most admired and least admired companies globally on social responsibility. Fortune 2012 top 3 most admired socially responsible. Okay, I'll go to their website, the Fortune website. My intention is to find the current list of ni lah most admired company on social responsibility. However, bila I check on the list, okay, for the 2020 and 2012 sama sahaja. That's why I'm not changing anything here. Sama. Apa yang nampak kat sini top 3 and also the list 3 sama. Alright, I don't know sama ada analisis diorang buat 10 years, one in a 10 years ke dan sebagainya, I don't know. Okay, tapi dekat situ dia kata companies dia number 1 JDF Suez, Markot Bar and RWE. Top 3 least admired companies are China Railway Group, China Railway Construction, China State Construction Engineering. Chinese firm dominate the least admired list. I am not saying this. The Fortune magazine saying this. Okay, however ada betulnya. One day kalau you kerja nanti masuk company China ni, maybe you will understand. Ni ni company mana slang dah. Ni company mana, madam? Markot and Ball semua ni, most of them from Europe company. Dia might be tak famous sebab dia focusing on the Europe side, tak sampai kepada Asian side kat kita lah. Okay, this is the list from the Fortune company. Dia banyak buat kerja-kerja kemanusiaan. Okay, and we have also social policy. Okay, what does it mean? Social policy concern what responsibilities the firm has to its employees, consumers, environmentalists, minorities, communities, shareholder and other group should be considered during each stage of strategy formulation, implementation and evaluation. Okay, before you set up any strategic making decision, before you set up any project decision, kita kena masukkan social policy ni, responsibility kepada semua ni dekat situ. Okay, supaya there is no misunderstanding, supaya tak ada kekurangan dan supaya tak ada orang yang apa satu ayat tu, tak ada orang yang terasing, not terasing. Nobody left, nobody akan terkena sesuatu benda yang tak betul lah. Ayat nanti saya cari ya, tengah berfikir ni. Okay, so there is social policy. We must include these social policies onto our project in order to ensure that all person will having great akan diberi penekanan ya. Firm should strive to engage in social activity that have economic benefit. Example, Merck and Co. once developed the drug intervention for treating river blindness, a disease caused by a fly-borne parasitic worm endemic in poor tropical area of Africa, the Middle East and Latin America. In an unprecedented gesture that reflected its corporate commitment to social responsibility, Merck then made invention available at no cost to medical personnel throughout the world. Okay. The closest example we can see now yang ada kaitan dengan Merck ni juga is the COVID. Okay. Now you akan nampak many companies around the world globally are trying their best to find cure to COVID. Okay. Cari macam mana nak buat vaksin. Every day we heard about vaccine. Okay, but until now there is no good news lah yang kita dengar about vaksin. But they are trying to do that. They are trying every day without tanpa penat lah. So do they get money for that? For the research? No. Okay, so this is one kind of social policy. Who ask them to do research? Because their social consideration, because of their social awareness. Okay, sebab tu kita katakan sebagai social company kena ada. Can you imagine kalau all of the company in the world said that, okay, no money, no, okay, you don't give us money, we don't want to do any research. If all the healthcare, the pharmaceutical people, all the scientists kata, oh we don't want, researcher kata we don't want, give us money, okay, what happened to the world? So that is the importance of social awareness. Okay. Then we have social policies on retirement. Orang pencen ni. Okay, orang pencen. Why we need to have a social policies on retirement? Okay, worker shortage in countries around the world are leading to changes in retirement and immigration policies. I remind you, this statement, okay, these slides are based, okay, was based on 2009, 2010 situation. However, I decided to place it here. I decided to maintain it here. I tak keluarkan because I believe that the policies on workers ni sebenarnya dia berubah-ubah. Okay, bila ada keperluan akan ada peningkatan. Bila ada penawaran lebih daripada permintaan akan ada pengurangan. So that is why we need to understand and we need to study it lah. Okay, so back 10 years before, dia kata kita tengok 2009-2010 punya situation. Some countries around the world are facing severe workforce shortage. Nampak keyword dekat situ, dia ada severe workforce shortage. Orang tak cukup. Associated with their aging population. The percentage of person aged 65 or older exceeds 20% in Japan need to work even though they are really, really old. Okay, so kat situlah you nampak kenapa dulu kerajaan Malaysia naikkan umur persaraan untuk pekerja kerajaan sampai 60 tahun because of this situation lah. Okay, happen that bila dia buat tu jadi lain pula. Oh, tiba-tiba macam pekerja terlebih-lebih pula, terutama macam sekarang. Kan, people said that kenapa nak kena kerja sampai 60 years old, 55 is enough. Okay, ambil orang muda-muda ni kerja. We are not having shortage of workforce. Kita ada lambakan. Okay, bloated. Kita ada bloated lagi workforce kat luar sana. Right. So because the situation will change accordingly lah. So kita tengoklah. Sometimes kalau retirement person ni kenapa umur berapa yang kena retire dan sebagainya. Okay, tak penting pun, just for your knowledge. Okay, then we go to the environmental sustainability. Okay, environmental sustainability, what is that? The extent that an organization, it is the extent of organization operation and action to protect, to mend, to preserve rather than harm or destroy the natural environment. So this is the responsibilities of organization in order to secure, to sustain the environment. Okay, can you imagine what happened to the world if there is no code of ethics, there is no code of conduct about the green world, about the environmental sustainability. Everyone akan buang sampah merata-rata, okay, lepaskan asap ke udara. What will happen? Sebab apa? At the end, yang hirup semua tu, yang effect semua tu is the human itself. Kita juga. Okay, daripada kita boleh hidup umur 60 tahun, umur 30 tahun lagi dah kiau. Because sedut asap hari-hari. Okay, so that is the importance of environmental sustainability. Okay, again, under environmental sustainability, strategies of companies are scrutinized and evaluated from a natural environment perspective. Okay, so kita dalam istilah we look and see. Okay, kita tengok, kita monitor, kita understand, we ask for feedback, what are the good policies yang kita nak ikut. Okay, sebab apa? Some of the companies akan ada different policies about the environmental sustainability. Okay, then employees, kat contoh kat bawah tu ya. Employees, consumer, governments and society are especially resentful of firms that harm rather than protect natural environment. Conversely, people today are especially appreciative of firms that conduct operation in a way that means conserve and preserve. Kita akan nampak the awareness, kesedaran untuk firm and organisation actually is very good nowadays. Okay, refer to the 20-30 years back, the organisation still do not have, and also the amendment, the orang kata apa, pelaksanaan perlembagaan rules and regulation juga belum ketat masa tu. But now it is we have a very good code of conduct under environmental sustainability. Pelaksanaan pemantauan, okay, dah bagus. Okay, dia kata no business want a reputation as being a polluter. Betul tak? There is no business yang dapat image macam wow, dia tu memang pencemar alam betul. Oh, dia tu memang selalu kena saman sebab buang sampah. No business want that kind of reputation. A bad record will hurt the firm in the market, jeopardize the standing in the community, and invite scrutiny by regulators, investors, and environmentalists. If you do a business, when you enter a business, you must understand that image is everything. A good image is everything. Because a very bad image will scrutinize the effort of your organisation. You buatlah macam mana pun, tapi sekali orang tak suka you punya CEO, for example, CEO you ada bad image, it will affect the whole organisation. Okay, nampak kan dekat situ? Because everyone in the organisation will represent the organisation. Okay, I believe in that. Okay. Then the sustainability report. Okay, dalam report apa you kena buat? Bila ada audit, bila ada analysis, what you need to report, it will reveal. Dah jadi Jawa pula betul ni. Reveal. It will reveals how a firm operation impact the natural environment. Okay, kita kat situ dia tengok, dia akan reveal lah apa yang dilakukan oleh company tu. Okay, ni you boleh baca sendiri, tak ada apa. Okay, managing environmental affair in the firm. Okay, how to manage environmental affair in the firm in order, what are the action plan, what are the objective, what are the approaches that the top management need to underline in order to highlighted the importance of environmental affair kat sini. Okay. Number one, managers must formulate strategies that preserve and conserve natural resources and control pollution. Manager sendiri kenalah sentiasa bersikap mengambil berat tentang environmental sustainability ni. Kalau top management sendiri buat endah tak endah, do you think that the workers will able to follow? No. Okay, environmental strategy could include developing or acquiring green business, divesting or altering environmental damaging business dan sebagainya. Okay, boleh baca sendiri. Reasons why firms should be green. Ni semualah again back kenapa kena buat sustainability environmental tu, because of this. I got one video here, but Walmart, you know Walmart is one of the retail supermarket, the biggest retail supermarket in the world. However, dekat Malaysia tak adalah. So, dia dekat US and also Europe sahaja. I will not showing you here, but when I give you the slide, please watch this video, okay? Okay, this is the Walmart. Apa cara yang dia buat? And after that, we have Okay. We have another slide actually. Okay, and after that you also attach here what are the Google. Okay, what are the Google actions towards going green? Apa yang dia buat? You boleh tengok nanti ya. You need to watch it later. Okay, so in order to maintain the sustainable environment, the organization need to be proactive, not reactive. Okay, proaktif ni maksudnya without any without any instruction, without any dia buat perkara tu. Kalau reaktif tu bila dah kena force, kena paksa, kena saman baru nak buat. So you must be proactive rather than reactive. Okay, this is for ISO 14000 and 14001 certification. You tahu kan ISO ni apa? This is a certification for the organisation. Kalau you ada certification ni maksudnya you dah ada something lah, you dah di endorse, okay, untuk your organisation. So kalau sebelum ni under ISO dia tak ambil berat tentang sustainability ni. However sekarang dah ada masuk dekat dalam ISO punya guidelines. So nak tak nak, if the organizations want to register, want to request for ISO standard certification, they need to fulfill all the requirements. Okay, done chapter 9. Okay, any question?